Why buildings are damaged during earthquakes and cyclones?
To understand the type of damage that earthquake can cause, let's take a model of a building. These are four walls of a building. In this building, because of earthquake's horizontal force, the walls shake like this. This shaking causes tension in the wall. Commonly built masonry walls cannot withstand such tension. Because of this, vertical cracks develop in the middle of the wall, and the wall often goes out of plumb. If the earthquake force is parallel to the wall, then to understand its effect, take this frame. The frame turns from a rectangle into a parallelogram, and as a result, this diagonal becomes longer. In the same way, the wall also gets stretched, and due to this, in this direction, tension is caused in the wall. And due to this, transverse cracks appear in the wall. To understand this better, let's assume that this paper is a wall. This opening is a window. If we pull it like this, immediately diagonal cracks are caused. In same way, wall also gets diagonal cracks. One more thing, if the earthquake shock is in this direction, then the wall perpendicular to it shakes a lot, while the wall parallel to it shakes less. So tension is caused at the corners, and if the corner is weak, then the walls from here will separate.
How to make a house earthquake and cyclone resistant?
During an earthquake, the building shakes back and forth and sideways. This does not cause significant damage to the foundation. So the foundation depth should be same as is commonly kept in the vicinity of the house site. The walls of the building, after shaking, return to its original position. And to prevent the corners from opening up, in each corner, inside the masonry, starting from the foundation, place a single bar. In this model, we saw the cracks that developed during an earthquake. To prevent this, in these walls, we need to add tensile strength. To understand this, let's look at this bucket. The bucket filled with water, when lifted, does not tear because its upper edge is folded. While constructing the wall, on its top, if a reinforced concrete band is placed, then in an earthquake shaking of wall can be reduced.
What happens to gable walls during disasters?
Typically, in a house, all four walls hold each other at the corners. But in a house with a sloping roof, gable walls are without any support. When an earthquake hits this wall in this direction, the ridge beam also pushes the wall, and the wall shakes like this. Under the impact of this shock, the gable wall is easily damaged. And under big shock, the roof also comes down along with the wall. In new construction, before installing the roof, on top of the gable walls, install an RC band.
How to make an existing house earthquake and cyclone resistant?
In this model, we saw the cracks that occur in an earthquake. To prevent this, we need to add tensile strength to these walls. To understand this, let's take a cardboard box. When this box full of goods is lifted, it can tear at the corners. To prevent the box from tearing at the corners, tape is applied like this. Similarly, in our existing houses, to prevent cracks in the corners, all four walls can be tied with a weld wire mesh belt in this way. For the walls of an existing building to return to their original position after shaking and the corners to not open up, it is necessary to place in each corner one vertical rod. Since the rod is attached to both walls, it strengthens the corner and makes the wall ductile.
How do we strengthen the gable wall of existing house?
In a big shock, along with the gable wall, the roof also comes down. To prevent such damage in existing houses, on gable wall install a weld wire mesh belt like this. In addition to installing a weld mesh belt to the gable walls, by tying the walls with guy wires in this way, the shaking and collapse of the wall is greatly reduced. To understand this, let's look at an electric pole. This pole is like a gable wall. To prevent the pole from shaking or falling, we tie guy anchors. Similarly, to prevent these walls from falling, we need to install wire ties.
Following measures are to be installed in new and existing buildings.
During an earthquake, what effect the roof has on the walls and what kind of damage is caused? To understand this, let's take a twig. If we hold it from bottom and give it an earthquake-like shocks, it will shake like this. And if we stop shaking, it returns to its original position. Now, if we put a ball of clay on the top end of the twig, it shakes more, but due to the flexible nature of the twig, it returns to its place. If more weight is placed on this twig, it will shake more and may even break. As the length of the twig increases, its movement also increases. The same is true for walls. As their height increases, their movement increases. And as the weight on them increases, their movement also increases. And thus, their damage and breakage also increases. Reinforced concrete slab is 5 times heavier than tile roof. Normally, the roof or slab is simply pasted on the walls. No particular connection is made between the two. When an earthquake hits this building, the reinforced concrete slab pushes the wall much harder than the tile roof. This causes the wall to shake more, and because of this, it cracks and can even collapse.
How a roof helps strengthen the walls?
To understand this, look at this box. When the lid of this box is open, if we lift it, the box will deform. When the lid of this box is closed and we lift it up, then it will not deform. The lid holds together all 4 sides. And even if you throw it in air, it does not crack or open. The tile roof or reinforced concrete slab of a house is like a lid of a box. If it is attached to the walls, it holds the walls together.
How to strengthen pitch roof understructure?
The entire sloping roof frame is generally made of wood. All its components are not firmly attached to each other, nor to the walls. The roof tiles are also loosely placed on the purlins. As a result, during earthquakes and cyclones, the roof gets deformed and scattered, and the tiles fall down. To prevent the roof from getting scattered, in the roof frame, diagonal ties are installed. Let us look at the roof frame in this model. If it is pushed from this side, its rectangular shape will transform into a parallelogram. To prevent this, one must tie wires in the diagonals. By doing this, the structure remains rectangular despite the push. As a result, the roof does not get scattered and the gable wall does not get damaged.